everyone. This video is going to be how to storyboard your final project. So first I'm going to go to your class here and kind of go over storyboarding with you. And I'm going to use Word for my demonstration. However, remember you could use a drawing program, you could use Google Docs. It doesn't really matter. The storyboard is a plan on what your page is going to look like, and you must storyboard all 4 or 5 pages of your project. So going to the storyboarding page here, you'll notice this image kind of has an example, and this looks very similar to those tables I had you draw when you did your pulling it all together project. There were the links over here on the side, and then what was over here was broken up by a table with merged or split cells. So remember that using a table right now is really the only way that you know how to lay things out. So if we use this model with the links over on the left, and I'm going to use Word again for my demonstration, the first thing I want to do is page layout. And I want to make the orientation a landscape because my monitor looks more like a landscape than it does a portrait. Next thing I'm going to do is insert my table, and we're going to do we're going to start 2 column 4 row like this. I'm going to pull this over so that my links could be over here, and the next thing I would do would be to merge these cells. Merge cells. Now, that would be just fine, but your storyboard has to go a little further. You're going to have to type in over here the names for your links. You need a home page link on everything, and all pages should have links to each other. So I'm not sure what you're choosing for your pages, but let's say maybe places to stay, things to do, and maybe history of the area. Now over here you could you all are using Composer, so you can have a little layout of your page. One of the requirements is that each page must have one appropriately sized image. Table for layout on each page, so right here we've fulfilled that particular requirement. Each page must have a link to all of other pages. If this is a 4-page project, I have fulfilled that. And each page must contain at least 3 sentences by you. So that's okay. On your storyboard, you don't have to actually write these sentences. What I want on your storyboard are the page name, the file name, and what you're going to put on that page. So I might come down here below, whoops, let me undo that. I might come down here below this table, and I might put page name equals, and let's say this is my home page. I will also put file name equals. Now this is where you are going to show that you know and understand some of the principles of web design. You may not have spaces in file names. So if you turn in something with spaces in file names, you will not get full credit. So index.html. That's an appropriate file name, and that is the correct file name for your home page. And then in this box, I would say, I want you to tell me what you're going to do. So I'm going to say I would place an image of the location, and I would write 3 sentences about why this is a great place to visit. Remember, those sentences have to be written by you. So that would be storyboarding your first page. Now, if you want to do your second page, you could do it on the same page here. We would put in the same table. Move this over. Merge your cells. This stays the same. And I would come down below this one, page name equals, and this is my places to stay. File name equals, and on this one, remember, no spaces, so let's just call it places.html. And then I would come back up here and what would we, let's put in an image of a hotel I would want to stay in. And let's write so I said I would write reviews or descriptions of 3 hotels. Well, unless you've been to this place, these are going to be fictitious at this point, but that's okay. I want you to write them. And maybe because you're doing 3 hotels, maybe you put in 3 images up here instead of 1, and you make them appropriately sized. Now remember that you can insert a table inside of a table here, and you could do that for your layout. So that's what I'm looking for your storyboard. Remember, you could use a drawing program, Word, or Google Docs.